What's going on, Moon Gang? Welcome to Weekend Thoughts with me, Matt. Upon reflecting on my interview with Mark Kohrs, if you haven't seen that, it's a worthwhile interview to listen to. I'll make sure to link it below. Upon reflecting on that, I thought it was imperative that I make this video about how can we win? How can the apes possibly win at what we're setting out to do? Now, to obviously make that video, it's probably best to start off with defining, well, what is us winning? Now, I understand that many of you watching right now would define the apes winning as AMC and or GME squeezing to the absolute moon, and I'm right there with you. But if I'm being completely honest, that is not how I define us winning, at least not fully how I define us winning. I think we win by permanently changing the nature of Wall Street. I am setting out to make Wall Street more transparent and fair, fixing the tilted nature of Wall Street. And I strongly believe that if we're successful in that mission, a side effect of it will be the MOAS. And to get there, however you define us winning, it's getting to the point in this ape nation community. I strongly believe that we have to be more mature, focused, and organized. I mean, seriously, aren't we all getting tired of how social media is starting to trend in this group? I mean, what? Every YouTuber and their brother saying, this is the exact catalyst we need, squeeze incoming. Every Redditor upvoting a post just because the title of it confirms to their confirmation bias. Every Twitter twatter out there hopping onto whatever's trending just because it's fun to bandwagon on the current hashtag. I mean, this is about to probably ruffle quite a few feathers out there, and I still think it's important to get out. If you think that dark pools are our main problem, if you think that short ladder attacks are our main problem, if you think that odd lot trading is our main problem, you have not been listening. If we're so fortunate one of these days to, as a community, grow so large that our voice starts to reach the people who can actually enact true change, I'm talking about government officials, we cannot come with such a weak argument. We need to be laser focused, articulate, and I don't think it should be that difficult because I wholeheartedly believe the truth is on our side. Now, these are just my opinions, but I think this is how we go about it. I think we start by demanding a forensic investigation of what happened in January of 2021. I want to know what happened between Robinhood, Citadel Securities, and the government / whatever body of the SEC. I want to know when they communicated, the nature of their communication, and who traded what. Now, obviously, I don't know what the outcome of that investigation will be. I could argue, if I were a betting man, that some of the results of that investigation would obviously, I would guess, be pretty damning. Regardless of that, though, it would open the door for us to argue about very, very legitimate things. And like I said, I think the truth has our back. We could argue about payment for order flow. Trust me, there are very valid reasons why other countries have banned it. We could argue right there that more trading should be done on lit exchanges. It is not good for our system that we have the duopoly of market makers. That is not a safe system to be reliant on one or two players when shit hits the fan. It is not a safe system. There's not a backstop to it. It seems like we're in this progression where some mainstream media is trying to make that particular argument politically divisive of if you're on this side of the aisle, you're for it. If you're on the opposite side, you're against it. No. That is crazy. And this is how politics are always going to go. They're going to try to bucket people and it's just easier to get votes. But this is very much the David and Goliath, the 99 versus 1, and we're fighting for fairness. This is not a political issue. This is a bipartisan. Regardless of what political party you identify with, you should want this, because if you're at all involved in the markets, obviously you want it to be as fair as it can possibly be. And right now we see that trend, and it blows my mind. But this reminds me of the point that our community is large. So as we become more organized, we are numerous. There are people who are running for whatever the next political seat that would count on our vote. And if we properly organize and make our voices heard and articulate, they're going to want to know what we have to say if we're such a large voting block. And that's just me talking about lit exchanges. I could go on. Settlement time. Why are we on a 2-day settlement? We currently have the technology that we could have instantaneous settlement. And with that, a lot of the manipulation and loopholes and just generic issues we've seen between market makers and prime brokers, that would be taken care of. On top of it, 13F filings. Why are longs, calls, and puts all reported, but not short positions? That makes no sense. Pattern day trading. If you're in the US, why is it if you're below $25,000 in your account, why are you treated differently? We're always pitched this concept that it's a free market. Well, why are there different rules for different people? All the apes, in my mind, are really asking for is for it to be fair across the board. Everyone participating in the markets should get a fair stab at it. We should all be playing on the exact same level field. All in all, I truly believe for us to be successful, however you want to define the success of the Ape Nation community, we need to be more organized, more informed, and we need to go through the proper government channels, because it's in the government, those are the people who are going to be making the rules. Now, I'm sure throughout this, these are my own opinions. Throughout this, I probably ruffled a few of your feathers. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't agree with me, but I can say this. If you do identify as an ape, I think it's very important for us to remember, after this long, as I'm filming this, 10-month battle, remember, we did not come this far to only come this far.